Hello, everyone. My name is Bryn Krug, and I'm the editor-in-chief at the Northern Star.
And I'm Sarah Rose, the managing editor, and welcome back to the Trending Northern Star Pop Culture Podcast.
Each week on The Trend, we talk about a couple of the most trending pop culture topics, and then at the end, we will rank them from our least favorite to favorite, and then we'll also say whether they're in or out. But this week's episode is a little bit special because we're kind of just talking about one topic, but it has lots under the umbrella.
The biggest one out there right now.
And that is TikTok. So we will be saying whether it's in or out at the end, but we won't rank it against itself, obviously.
Right.
But as everyone probably knows, everyone has been saying, TikTok has been saying people have been talking about TikTok getting banned for 1,000 years, and everyone's always scared of it. There's been so many TikToks getting banned scares, and it's never happened.
Mm-hmm.
But the final date that they've always said oh, this is when we'd ban it, is January 19th, which was this Sunday.
Yeah.
Everyone was oh, will it get banned, and it was looking like it's gonna get banned, and it ended up getting banned. Not even on Sunday.
No.
Saturday at was it 9:30?
It was 9:30, 10 o'clock. 2 hours before.
Yeah,
Sunday hit.
because in our time zone in Illinois, I think they went off of DC time zone or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, it got caught off early.
Just crazy.
And yeah. So as of then, it was banned. But I wake up on Sunday, the 19th, that it was actually supposed to be banned, and it was back. It was already back. They had banned it, and it was when it was banned, it was it popped up a message. Here, I will read the message now. We regret that a U.S. law banning TikTok will take effect on January 19th and force us to make our services temporarily unavailable. We are working to restore our service in the U.S. as soon as possible, and we appreciate your support. Please stay tuned. So, that whole thing, that popped up, you couldn't scroll. Actually, I had, enough videos. Mine glitched, so it was, enough videos were loaded that I actually, rewatched the same, 8 videos just, again and again because it was all I had. But then, after this whole big scare, Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning, it comes back. And it was, laggy loading for some people at first.
Lo and behold.
Yeah. So basically, we were pranked.
No, literally.
But when it did get banned that night, it did feel very real. And I'm going to be honest, maybe I shouldn't be sharing this online because some of you listeners will definitely think less of me, but I did actually start crying. I was so upset. And it's not even the scrolling, it's that it's the memories that are on there. It's not even oh, I don't have access to my For You page. It's I have saved thousands of videos.
You do.
I've literally 17,000.
That's crazy.
I have reposted hundreds of videos, and it's I look back to those videos, or I'll search things up, or I have messages with my friends, and it's there's certain videos I really like that only live in those messages. So it's just you don't have access to any of that. So literally before the ban, I was going through and downloading everything.
Yeah, me too.
all my favorite videos to my camera roll.
Yeah, it was bad. I remember exactly where I was when the ban happened. I was watching a Bulls game, and me and Bryn's coworker shared a message at 9:30, 10 o'clock on Saturday, and that's how I found out. I was no way. So I went to TikTok, and the message popped up. I couldn't scroll. I was so pissed. I did have a breakdown because I was no way. I don't know how. I didn't believe the ban was going to happen because ever since Trump signed the executive order back in 2020, they've always said it. It's going to be banned. It's going to be banned. And it actually happened. I didn't believe it. But I was so upset. I was so pissed.
Yeah.
And no, it's funny because TikTok was shut down for 14 hours. I will say mine was shut down for a little longer because I didn't get into TikTok until, a few hours ago. Literally like maybe this morning.
Really?
Yeah. So mine was shut down for like an extra day, 2 days. I'm still very mad about that. But no, it's crazy how this actually came to happen.
Yeah. And one thing that sucks though is some people like deleted the app.
Yes.
And it is no longer available in the App Store.
It's not.
You can't download it if you do not have the app. It's only like if you have it in your phone it works.
Yeah. I'm just telling people who deleted the app, they honestly have to take the L for that because they didn't have faith. I knew that app was coming back, whether it was going to take weeks, months, years. I knew it was going to come back.
Yeah, and okay.
That's your fault.
I know I was super duper sad that it got banned. I was so upset actually. But I like, part of me is also upset that it came back because I'm like, I've been saying like I am horribly addicted to TikTok.
Yeah, me too.
And my quality of life and like my productive time spent would improve so much without TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not deleting it like of my own choice. Like I as long as it is there, I will be on TikTok and I will doom scroll for at least 2 hours a day.
Oh my God. It was really bad because the amount of times, so in the 14 hours that it was banned, and even like after when I still couldn't get it back on my phone, the amount of times I'd like go to the bathroom or just open up my phone and it instinctively click on TikTok without like thinking about it and getting that message. Oh, I wanted to throw my phone. I had to resort to Instagram. I just think I watched my edits on Instagram, which I love, and they're all the good ones from like 2019 to 2021 when people knew how to edit. But it was so bad. Every single time I would open TikTok and I couldn't scroll, I was so irritated. I wanted to throw my phone. But I'm glad it's back. I am addicted. But you were right. Like I have several, not even just funny videos, I have recipes saved on there. I have, like, bucket list, like, travel, like, places you should go on there. I have really good conversations with my friends on there, with old friends. So I'm really – I was questioning if all of that would have gotten deleted, like, all your data.
Yeah.
And then you come back and imagine all your reposts, all your saved, all your likes, everything disappeared.
That would be so upsetting.
I know a lot of like non-Americans were making videos saying, I just have one question, are all my edits by Americans gonna be deleted? Like because of that. And so that was what I was like, oh, is our data gonna get deleted? But it didn't.
Yeah, luckily. Another problem is like so many creators, and also now with TikTok Shop, like small businesses literally make all their money from TikTok.
They do.
But that brings us to a trend that was in like the last days of TikToks.
Mm-hmm.
And the audio was a Family Guy audio.
Yes.
And it's like Peter Griffin saying, since we're all gonna die, like I have something to admit. I did not care for The Godfather. It's like, oh, I just didn't like it. I didn't think it was a good movie. So the trend turned into people being like, oh, like famous creators saying, oh, since TikTok's getting banned, I'll reveal this secret.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like this, I think this is gross. Like, I'm glad that TikTok is back and now that they're exposed.
Yeah.
The majority of them were just admitting that their content was fake and staged.
Yeah.
And it's like that people, I mean, they always say like, social media is not real. Social media is not real. But this is like the proof that we needed of that. It's like, no, it is not real.
Yeah. It was crazy. I know I got a lot of those videos on my For You page, but I don't follow really any influencers. I don't follow any content creators. So none of the, like, revealing stuff meant anything to me.
Yeah.
But I do have a lot of opinions on it because it is crazy. The reason I don't follow influencers is because, like, I have no interest. And also, like, I know it's fake. I know they're just doing it for the money. But people are very gullible, especially, like, preteens and, like, younger kind of kids who are on the app. But so I'm glad that we have the proof now because it also shows you that, like, yeah, this is why you can't believe everything you see.
Yeah. One guy, Cringe Carter is his username. I don't watch his videos, by the way. Like his version of this trend popped up, and I like downloaded it because I'm like, this would be good to talk about. So like I don't actually watch his videos, so I'm not super familiar with his content, but he does like videos of him like finding Squishmallows and like hunting for Squishmallows. And he said, since this app's getting banned, there's one more secret I have to share with you. I did not find the Squishmallows in stores. I ordered them online and pretended. And he's like, I still loved hunting for them.
That's crazy.
Like, his whole content is finding, like, hunting for Squishmallows. And he was just literally buying them online and then pretending he found them.
That's
and it's
crazy.
like, that also sucks. It's like, a little kid is going to see that video and be like, I want that Squishmallow. Like, can we go to the store and look for it? And it's like, realistically, you can't get it. So it's like, and yeah, it's so disingenuous.
That one's crazy.
Some other big ones I saw were, there's a mukbanger named Baby Dumpling, and I'd literally like never seen her before this, but she has 2.2 million followers.
Oh wow!
And her whole content is eating like an insane amount of food, like actually like mind-boggling. And she's also like fairly thin, so everyone just is like, oh, she must have like a super high metabolism. Yeah, but she like eats a ton of food. And she posted a video that said, like, before TikTok gets banned, I don't actually eat all the food. And everyone is like, oh my God, what? Because it's like her entire content is
crazy.
Like, if you're saying like, I don't eat all the food, it's like, literally, what's the point? She's like posting like, oh, these are my like 10 things I eat for breakfast. And it's like all of her content is just her eating, and she's like, oh, I don't even eat all the food. But
no wonder she's thin.
Yeah, but she came back and she was like, oh, obviously I was joking, guys. I do eat all the food.
Oh, you can't come back from that.
Yeah, like post-ban, she's like, oh my God, it was a joke. Obviously it was a joke. Like, I thought you guys would know that. Like, girl, what?
No.
And now her most recent video is eat dumplings with me, in parentheses, uncut. Like, it's like a sped up video of her eating all these dumplings.
That's
and it's like all
funny.
of her videos are actually going to have to be like that. It's literally like, also it's like, are you stupid? Like, regardless of if TikTok gets banned, you still, if you have 2.2 million followers, you can gain traction on another platform.
Yeah.
Or like TikTok is going to come back, or TikTok, like an alternative to TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, why would you do that? There was one version of the trend that I was like, okay, like I'm fine with that. There was a makeup creator, and she always does like challenge videos, like doing my makeup using like this many pumps of product, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And she always does 2 parts. But it's like the parts are always posted immediately. So it's not like annoying, but it is like you have to scroll on her page and click the second part.
Mm-hmm.
And her confession was like, oh, I could have easily fit all my videos into 1 part. But it's like, yeah, we know that. It's like, we know that this was just like kind of a marketing tactic. So it's like no one was butthurt. So it's like I was fine with that. Another like person that like revealed though is a makeup artist. Her name's Meredith Duxbury. I don't like follow her. She has 18.4 million.
Wow.
But she went viral because she would use like an insane amount of foundation. Like, she would use like 10 pumps and like glob it on her face and like apply it with her fingers.
Oh, I see it.
And everyone would be like, oh, like a bunch of different makeup artists were like, oh, I'm going to try out this makeup, because they're like, how does she use that much product and it not look cakey? But like that was literally her whole like thing. Like the reason she blew up.
It.
And her like confession was, I wipe off some of the foundation. So it was like, yeah, you're actually going viral for this specific kind of content, and you're faking it.
Yeah. I don't know who she is, but I see those videos all the time, and it grosses me out because you're wasting product. That's even worse, wiping it off.
Yeah, and it's like literally
throwing it away.
Now she's just confirming like it was rage bait this entire time.
Oh my! I hate rage bait.
Yeah, and it's
that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's like all of these people literally were stupid and exposed themselves so they could get one last viral video. I bet that's what it was. Like, they want their 5 seconds of fame with this trend.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm glad they're exposed because, yeah, like, I don't want to view creators who are disingenuous.
Yeah.
Like, and, you know, sometimes I feel like, I guarantee everyone has had the thought of, like, what if I was an influencer? Like, because it's, like, a dream career and, like, oh, I get to, like, make content and then just make a ton of money from it.
Yeah.
But it's, like, and I think you can get the feeling of, like, what do they have that I don't? And I feel like this pulls the curtain back. It's, like, they have marketing strategies and lying to their fans. Like, they're putting so much effort into building this fake brand for themselves. It's like, no wonder we aren't doing that when we're just posting our silly little videos with our friends.
And, like, we get that, you know, obviously this is not surprising because these are influencers and content creators who we know lie on social media. They fake things. So it's not surprising. But you're right. It's disappointing because, like, I'm looking at myself. If I were to become an influencer, I don't want to lie for this exact reason. It'd be so awkward if I got caught. Like, I would want to be as genuine as possible.
Yeah. It's gross. But I'm glad it's, like, exposed now.
Yeah. And like I said, this is, like, the same people who deleted the app. These people had no faith that the app was coming back. Like, that's crazy.
Oh, another good confession I saw was Sean from Hot Ones. He's, like, the Hot Ones host. He did a confession, and everyone...
Oh, my God, I saw this one.
Yeah, and it was just, confession, I don't like spicy food.
Yeah.
But it's, like, that's, like, that doesn't matter. Like, that doesn't mean his content is fake.
I
know. That just means he doesn't... So that's just, like, that's a fun little confession.
I know. That's actually... It's just funny. I saw that video... That was the one I actually, like, saw and watched all the way through because I recognized him. But someone in the comments was like, it would have been even wilder if your confession was, my wings were never spicy. Like, the whole time it was always the guest.
Yeah, that would be sick and twisted. So I'm glad that wasn't the reveal. But when TikTok left, it gave, like, a message of, like, it's leaving. And they also gave a welcome back message.
Yes.
And it was, welcome back. Thanks for your patience and support. As a result of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the U.S. You can continue to create, share, and discover all the things you love on TikTok. Which, that just felt very icky to me.
Yeah.
Because Trump is buddy-buddy with Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. Elon Musk now owns X. Mark Zuckerberg is Instagram and Facebook because it's like Meta.
The Meta universe, yeah.
And now it's like Trump is getting all the credit for bringing back TikTok. And I just feel like as like a freedom of speech thing and like also for like the like a checks and balances thing and like for that as well, it's like politicians should not have control over social media.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Regardless of who the politician is, we as a people need to feel comfortable being candid and like feeling free to like share our opinions on TikTok.
Yeah.
Which I have still seen a variety of political content on TikTok since it's been back, I will say. But it's like it just feels so icky to have like the president involved in our social media. Like, I think that those should be kept separate.
Yeah, and it was very suspicious, and I'm not going to get into a lot, but when I saw the welcome back message, like, being posted everywhere, I was like, oh, so this was a political ploy this entire time.
And it's
there's
like,
no way it was not.
If they could, I feel like they wanted us to be scared. Because, like I said, like, we've been hearing TikTok is going to get banned. TikTok is going to get banned. Like, I feel like in our mind, we were like, oh, it's not going to get banned. But it's like, I feel like they did it. They're like, oh, we're just going to ban it for X amount of hours. Because then everyone is going to get upset and feel like the ban is real and then bring it back. And I feel like that has more impact. So it seems like if they were going to do this, why not do it before the ban takes place? Like, it seems weird that they would have the ban happen if it was not even going to be for 24 hours.
Yeah, and it's crazy because, this started in 2020, so it took, close to 5 years to actually get banned.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it got unbanned so quickly in 14 hours by somebody who wasn't even president at the time, he had not gotten sworn in yet, is really suspicious.
Yeah, that's why it's like,
so
the fact that in the message that they're sending out to every single person that has TikTok, they say, as a result of President Trump's efforts. Like, they're directly giving him credit, like, shout out Trump, guys. Like, make sure to thank him. And then also, yeah, it says, as a result of President Trump's, which this was on early January 19th.
Mm-hmm.
Trump was not sworn into office until the inauguration on January 20th.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he was not technically president at this point. And they're saying that.
It's weird. Because that's not also the language, like, any, like, published, like, article or story or anything you would see online about him, you would always see, like, president-elect or incoming president. Never, like, president.
Yeah.
So I think this was planned. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then also, this is from a New York Times article. It says, TikTok briefly went dark for U.S. users over the weekend, but returned Sunday following Mr. Trump's social media announcement that he was planning an executive order. So that's why it also says planning. So it's like the Supreme Court already said TikTok should be banned. Mm-hmm. And then before he has even officially stepped into office, Trump is saying, when I'm in office, I will do this. And now it magically comes back. Like, that just seems weird to me.
Like, there's no way you can do that in 14 hours when it took years to get it banned in the first place.
Oh, yeah. So on Sunday when it came back, he was just like, I'm going to sign the executive order. He didn't. But then on Monday, once he was officially in office, he signed one that delayed the federal ban for 75 days.
Mm-hmm. I know. I'm in a sense, it still is banned in the U.S. because it can't be found on the App Store.
Yeah.
So that's still being upheld. But, yeah, it's very suspicious. It just emphasizes that I don't want politics in social media. I don't want it at all. I don't come on to an app for politics.
Yeah.
You know, it just should be out of it. But yeah, very crazy.
Yeah, but it is, like, there is still a chance that in 75 days it is going to get banned, which I could totally see, that happening. I think maybe, like, this is, people love TikTok. Like, Trump, like, saying, I got TikTok back for you is something that paints him in a positive light. But it's like, once he's well enough into his term that wouldn't really affect him much, he might not be as passionate about doing this, you know?
Yeah. So we will have to see.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if they did it once, I wouldn't be surprised if they do it again in 75 days.
But if TikTok does get banned, like, I feel like an alternative will, like, surface. Like, think about it, like, Vine got banned.
Yeah.
And then TikTok, well, first we had Musical.ly and then TikTok. But it's like TikTok essentially replaced Vine in, like, the cultural aspect.
Yeah, well, like, Musical.ly replaced Vine, then TikTok replaced Musical.ly. So
yeah,
I would be interested for an alternative to come up.
But so far, like, the ones we have at our fingertips are Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. And Instagram Reels, I do like Instagram Reels. Like, I have fun on there. I see good videos, but it is weirder. Like, the algorithm is definitely not as good.
Yeah.
And one thing that people always say is, like, the Instagram Reel comments, like they'll say, like,
better.
People are just super mean in the comments and saying, like,
they're
brutal
harsh.
things.
Which is
and
funny.
And then I know also, like, people be like, oh, why don't you just, I saw TikTok saying, like, why don't you just go on Instagram Reels? And it's like, I opened Instagram Reels and saw someone being hit by a truck. Like,
no,
like, it's like Instagram Reels, it just feels like a much darker place.
It is. Oh my God. It's so funny. Instagram Reels, I don't use enough. Like, I have nothing against Reels. They're funny. I send them to people occasionally. I get them sent to me. But I don't use it enough to, like, have an algorithm that I like enough to stay on it. Like, I'm never on Instagram Reels for more than, like, 10 minutes.
I used to not like like actually like videos. So then like my algorithm on Reels was so bad, and then I started like liking things, and then like my algorithm started getting better, and I was like, wait, why is this good?
Yeah.
But you will never catch me on YouTube Shorts. Some people are ride or die YouTube Shorts. What, like,
I told Bren this, we were talking about this, my boyfriend recommended me YouTube Shorts, and I was like, are you crazy? Nobody uses that.
Yeah.
I know it is popular with some people, but I've never touched it before.
Mm-mm.
They are a TikTok wannabe, or they're just trying to get with, YouTube's just trying to get with every other social media platform.
Yeah, I'm not a YouTube Short.
No, I will not use Instagram Reels. In fact, I did not resort to Instagram Reels when it was banned. I went straight to my saved edits, and when I was like in the bathroom, that's what I would watch. But it's so funny.
Yeah.
And I hate, what pissed me off was people who were like, who didn't use TikTok at all, being like, what, you guys are being so dramatic about it. And, that irritated me. Because I was like, I will slap you.
Because like I said, it's not even the scrolling. It's like we have so much like saved history and content we've already enjoyed that it's like that's now lost forever.
And also it's like to those people I say who probably use Instagram more or, I don't know, YouTube. Like think about if Instagram was banned.
Yeah.
Like that would have a huge impact on you, I know. That would have a huge impact on me because I use Instagram quite a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like the same reason we use Instagram is the same reason we use TikTok.
Yeah. But we're going to have to keep tabs on this because it could get banned in 75 days. We don't know.
I know. Yeah, I was going to read a couple of my favorite tweets because it's funny. TikTok got banned and everybody like fled to Twitter to it. Because whenever something big happens, people always flee there. And it was so funny because I used Twitter way more than I used Instagram when it was banned. Because Twitter cooks. I love it so much. So I'm going to read some of mine. Some of my favorites were, just got the TikTok is banned pop-up. Closed the app, then went back to it 3 seconds later out of habit. Yeah, I'm cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Another one was, this is what an addict feeling like going cold turkey, ? And it was like, yeah. Someone said, I don't even need my phone anymore. Someone else said, the way my first instinct was to go on TikTok to see how everyone's reaction to the ban was. And it was an Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Jeff. Oh, someone put a GIF of Chandler from Friends like sadly staring out a window, and it was raining and said, I wonder what they're laughing at on TikTok right now.
Yeah. No, but we'll have to see what ends up happening. But I would say obviously like TikTok as a whole is in because I love TikTok. But
I love it.
I would say the like secret trend, that's out because why were people faking all their content?
Oh, I know. And
then I would say, like, the whole ban is obviously out, and then the political aspect is also out. Like, politics and social media, like, you should see politics on social media. Like, we do consume political information that way.
Yeah.
But politicians should not control our social media because that feels like a free speech thing to me. So I'm like, it just feels a little icky.
It's an infringement. It's a bias. I don't like it.
So we're going to have to watch that. But
the recommendation of Reels and Shorts is out. Everything about this ban is out. The only thing that's in
is doom scrolling.
The fact that it came back and the memes that came out of it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for listening. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye. Guys.